Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic. We want to welcome you to this platform here today, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are welcome here. We support multiple pathways, your pathway to recovery. And whichever pathway it is that you choose, well, we're here to help, and we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching this through the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, our private group, we encourage you to share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you might have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. I want to give a special shout out to the guys last night. Thank you guys for coming down to the Point Cafe in Huntington and hanging out. Just great topics, great conversation. That meeting just does my heart well. So thank you guys. And speaking of a meeting, tonight's meeting, if you're local to the area, I encourage you, get down to the Attitude Adjustment meeting tonight. If you need an attitude adjustment, this is the place you want to go, right? It's located at Bates Presbyterian on East Pea Ridge Road here in Barboursville. If you're local to the area, that meeting begins at 7 p.m. tonight. It's just a room full of like-minded individuals who all share a same goal of wanting to get sober and stay sober and wanting to share our experience, strength, and hope with others. This meeting will get you fired up. These meetings are just absolutely terrific. So, and then of course this Friday night, the Crosstalk meeting at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church, also located on East Pea Ridge Road, local to the area, at 7 o'clock this Friday night. Meeting last week was great. I'm looking forward to this week's meeting. Speaking of the Crosstalk meeting, the last topic that we've not yet discussed that came in from that Crosstalk meeting, let's talk about a fresh start. And I started thinking about it. I can never get a fresh start because I never had a solid stop at all, like ever. I could never stop doing the very same behaviors that brought me to the point of wanting to have a fresh start, right? How could I possibly expect to start something new if I can't finish what it is I've been continually screwing up? If I have to stop screwing up what it is what I've been screwing up, I have to stop that last chance that I was taking and start anew. But I can't start something new if I don't stop that old behavior. And again, how could I start something over? It's impossible, right? I can't start something over if I never stop screwing up the last thing I was screwing up. If I keep repeating the same actions and behaviors over and over again, how will I ever get that second chance? How will I ever get that fresh start? If I keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, doesn't that sound like a definition of insanity? Sure does to me. That's what I was told when I first came in the rooms. Several years ago, I knew I had a problem. I knew I had a problem with my behaviors. I was drinking all the time, but see, I never wanted to admit that. I never wanted to admit that I couldn't control my drinking because that would admit defeat, right? I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't disciplined enough. So I did what any normal, rational, alcoholic thinking mind would do, and I called up my best friend, Will. You have a best friend too, called Will. His last name is Power. I called up my buddy Will Power, and I said, Will, I need some help. And Will Power told me, hey, you need to focus on your nutrition. You need to focus on your exercise. You need to focus on your sleep. You need to focus on your schedule. You need to focus on everything except for my alcoholism. Everything but my alcoholism. And lo and behold, I would take Will's advice. Will was such a good friend. He told me everything I needed to hear, right? I took Will's advice and man, I was 30 days sober. Well, by 30 days in, 60 days in, Will was starting to get a little tired. He needed a break. He needed to go on vacation, right? And so I said, I got this, Will. Thank you, man, for your help. I appreciate it. And then Drew started thinking, hey, I'm 30 days sober. I'm 60 days sober. I could take a drink because my buddy Will taught me how to manage my drinking. My friend Will did such a good job. He taught me how to manage my drinking. And of course I would relapse. We all know the routine, right? And every time I'd relapse, it would get worse. I would end up right where I was at before, but this time worse. I'd take one step forward and 5 steps back. Wow. Just how well was my buddy Willpower helping me out? It wasn't at all. We have to be willing. I love the Will jokes. We have to be willing to change the behaviors. We have to be willing to change the things that we need to change. For a great example, my buddy Will told me to focus on my exercise, my nutrition, my sleep, my schedule, everything else. I never once focused on my actual problem, which was my drinking. I focused on everything else. And then when I fixed everything else, oh, I'm good. But I never took care of my problem, my drinking problem. And like I said, I would always relapse and go right back to where I was before, this time only worse. When we take that chance, we take that step, we take that fresh start, if you will, we have to be ever watchful. Again, we have to be willing to do it. And once we do it, once we take that first step, or take that last chance, for me, it was the last chance. Once we take that chance, we have to be forever watchful and careful, thinking slowly and clearly about every single little decision that comes up in our day. Am I driving by the liquor store today on my way home from work? Am I talking to my buddies that are still hanging out at the trap house? Am I eating at restaurants that still serve alcohol? Little things, just little things. Because that's when our buddy Will says, hey, I need a vacation. You take over from now. And that's when we end up right back where we were before, this time only worse. Now that you've taken that fresh start, and I use the word take, now you've taken that fresh start, now that you've taken that last chance, that second chance, now that you've taken that first step, you have to protect your sobriety with every ounce of your soul and your being. Whatever I put in front of my sobriety went south. When I put my nutrition in front of my sobriety, I got unhealthier. When I put my exercise in front of my sobriety, I got really unhealthy. When I put my sleep and my schedule, when everything I put in front of my sobriety, it was getting worse. Whatever we put in front of our sobriety, we're going to lose. We have to protect our sobriety. You have to treat your sobriety, your recovery, as if everything is a threat to it. Whether it's, grasshopper jumping on the sidewalk. Oh my God, it's trying to attack me. No. Okay, that's a little too far. But you get my point. We have to guard and protect our sobriety to the death. Because if we don't, that's unfortunately where we just may end up. And I hope and pray to God that we don't. And I want to come back to one thing I just said just a minute ago. I said the word take, not get that second chance. I'm talking take that fresh start, take that next chance, take that last chance. And the reason why I say take is because as long as you're still breathing, there's always going to be another chance right there for you. As long as you're still breathing, that step that you need to take is going to be right there. As long as you're still breathing, that last chance, that fresh start is there. You just have to take it. I encourage you today, take that first step. That's how we get a fresh start. We have to be willing to change. The chance is there. The change is there. You just have to take it. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys have an absolute kick-ass Wednesday. It's hump day, midway through the week. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be more appreciative, and I know my family and friends appreciate it as well. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, please share it in the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page. Again, that's a private group. Invite your friends. If you have a friend that you think might have a problem, invite them to the Recovery Classroom. What's the worst that can happen? They say, nah, it's not for me. Okay. At least you invited. You did your part. The rest is on them. So again, I want to thank you guys for coming, let me come in and share this time with you. I'm just truly humbled and truly appreciative, and I love talking to those of you that I get a chance to talk to from across the country. So thank you guys. Again, reminder, tonight you don't want to miss this meeting. If you're looking for an exciting and fun AA meeting, tonight's meeting is the meeting to get to on a Wednesday night. I promise you. So it's at Bates Presbyterian. It's the Attitude Adjustment meeting. If you're local to the area, get to this meeting. 7 o'clock. I promise you won't regret it. And this Friday night, of course, the Crosstalk meeting at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church, also located on East Pea Ridge. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys have a kick-ass Wednesday. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.